Hey everybody, it is Susan and I'm ready for another episode of Move Better in 10 Minutes. This week we are going to roll with it. We're going to be looking at some rolls that you want to do. So I'm doing them at home today because, let's be totally honest, rolling in the gym can kind of be either a little bit hard or a little bit like attention getting, and you may not actually want to do that, but rolling I feel like is this awesome thing that I use just like when I'm watching TV or if I'm trying to get warmed up to go work out, which I am about to do. And what I want to do, what's so important about rolling is that you really strengthen your actual core stability. So you may hear people talk about what is core stability. Oh, you got to have a stronger core, you got to do this. Core stability is really about the connection of your body's natural X. And when I'm talking about your X, I'm talking about from shoulder to opposite hip, and again, other shoulder to other opposite hip, both for the front side and the back side. So rolling is this really great thing where you can feel that X start to fire up and start to strengthen. And one thing I'll say about rolling before we get started on a few different rolls is, if you get stuck in a position, like in a roll, and you really want to cheat, like you really want to kick your leg in order to help your arm roll, resist that urge to cheat and just honor where you're at and be noticeable of that. Be like, oh man, this is so hard. We're going to go through a roll that I thought was super hard when I first started. And actually I haven't done it in a while, so it may be super hard for me today. But I just really honored that I was stuck and I breathed into the sticking point and I just made a note of it, because I think it's really important to notice when your body gets stuck in a movement, because you need to know that in order to build a base of stability for your bigger movements. All right, so as my friend Mitch would say, stability is the name of the game. Today we're going to look at a couple different rolls. We'll look at some rolls that are in the frontal plane first, and then we will look at some rolls where we are using our X a little bit more. So first roll that I like to do, and again, if you have any motion sickness issues, this is probably not the roll for you, but we are going to look at a rocking chair roll. So what you want to do is grab underneath behind your knees, sit up tall. You're going to tilt your head back. Always, eyes lead the movement, and the head follows the eyes, the body follows the head. Tilt your head back. Rock back, knock forward, right? Eyes go forward, come back up. And you may say, oh, this is pretty easy, which is fine. And it may not be easy. One person's progression or regression is another person's the opposite. So if it's pretty easy, that's fine. You're getting a nice rollout of your whole spinal column. So if you don't have any money for a massage, you can just do this. I'll do about 10 of them. Okay, so that's really easy. Again, also, if you have motion sickness, heart condition, not totally a recommended movement. Only move through a non-painful, non-scary range of motion, always, okay? And if you're really uncertain, check with your doctor. I'm not your health professional. But let's take a look at another kind of roll. You're going to be on your back. Again, grab your legs in that same position. We're going to start on our side. Okay, this is an egg roll, because you're kind of bound up like an egg. And this was the roll that was super hard for me in the beginning. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to be looking back. Body's going to follow eyes. Head follows eyes. I'm going to roll to the other side. Lead with my eyes, my head, this shoulder, the lead shoulder is driving down towards the opposite hip. If you're having trouble getting over, you can widen your knees a little bit. The other thing is too, is if you're having trouble getting over, resist that urge to push off with your elbow, right? Pull those knees farther up and roll like that. And one more time. Okay, so that's an egg roll. And that's a place where you can actually get really stuck. You can just kind of grab front of shoulders. You can, two things to help you get unstuck: widen those knees a little bit and pull the knees up above the belt line. Next roll that we're going to do is a leg roll and an arm roll. And you can do these as full rolls where you roll from back to front, or you can do them as half rolls where you roll from like your back, touch the thing. So we're going to start with arm rolls, and then we're going to do, I'll show you the half version, and then we're going to do the full version, and then we'll do leg rolls, half and full. So I'm going to have my arm, I'm rolling over onto this side towards you guys. So I've got my arm up like I'm starting a Turkish get-up. I've got this arm up out of the way. And what I want to do is drive with this arm, right? The head, the arm, driving. I don't want to use my legs to flip over here. So I'm going to lift my head up, drive, drive, drive. I'm looking towards a point over here. This is a half roll, right? I'm onto my side. And then I can just roll back. But I'm using head, shoulders, driving this shoulder to the opposite hip, strengthening that X, and coming back. So I'll do about like 3 more half rolls. Touch, come onto my side, roll back. I can also do it with my arm down if that's more comfortable for you. Cracking my back. Don't need to go to the chiropractor this week. Right? So basically, I'm just going to flip around to the other side. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm making like the rest of my body as limp as possible and really driving it with this shoulder of the arm that's up in the air. All right? Eyes, head, shoulders, hip. Okay? Let it be hard. Breathe through it if it's hard. If it doesn't work, you just go to the point where you can go. That might be here, and you might be stuck, or it might be here, right? If you're like, this is easy, just try to make sure you're not cheating, right? This is almost the beginning of a get-up, sit-up, right? So, same kind of motion. Okay. So, arm roll, I'm going to stay that way. We're going to do the same arm roll. We're just going to roll all the way onto our stomach, and then I'm going to show you how to roll back. So we're going to stay this direction. I'm going to roll, roll. See, I'm getting stuck because I'm talking. All right, so this is not too bad because I'm back here on the floor. I'm going to slide over a little bit. Now I got to go back, though, and I'm going to drive it with that same arm. So that's where I get stuck, right? Today I'm stuck. So I'm going to look. And I'm just going to honor that that's where I'm stuck, right? That's not usually where I'm stuck, but today, that's where I'm at. So I'm going to keep driving after that and see if I can't get it to go. I'm going to put this arm up here. That's going to make it a little easier on me. And I'll be able to roll. All right? Notice how I flop because I'm really not using any of the other parts of my body. So again, I'll drive back over. Arm up is going to make it easier. Arm down at your side is going to make it harder. Bring that arm back. Eyes, eyes following arm. There we go. Rolling over. Okay? And I can feel that the power of like my right shoulder is like really fired up to do that. Let's do one more front to back, or back to front, and then one more front to back. All right, make sure we do the other side. Okay. Head and shoulders come up, roll. Get myself in position. Arm. Again, getting a little stuck right here. Feeling that X fire though. And we're gonna do one more after that. Let yourself flop. That's another reason why it's better to do these at home than in the gym. Okay, so arm rolls, okay? Leg rolls are same thing. You're just gonna use your leg. Now for some people, these are gonna be a lot easier. And for some people, like that back, being on your stomach and rolling behind your back, they're gonna be like, oh, it's so hard. It's okay, it is hard. That is another place that I got stuck. I mean, I got stuck on the egg roll, and that's supposed to be a fairly low. Okay, so last roll that we're gonna do is a leg roll, and some of you may find the leg roll to be a little bit easier than the arm roll. I certainly do, but it's not the case for everybody. We're gonna do this real quick because I'm hitting on my 10 minutes. So we're gonna do half rolls just in this direction. Basically all you're gonna do, you can have arms up or down, legs gonna come up, knees gonna come up above the belt line, drive, 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 come onto your side, then you're gonna just drive back. You can do half rolls too from the front to the back. So I could do them just like this, hands out in front of me, drive my leg. This is where I'm really gonna feel that X and get onto my side and then come back. Okay. Only using my leg, don't cheat with the arms. That's gonna be really important. If you want to do a full roll, you're gonna roll, drive, 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 drive that leg, roll onto your back, right? I just flop over, pick up that knee above the belt line, drive back onto my stomach. And that is a leg roll. You can do those like 10 leg rolls each direction, 10 arm rolls each direction, 10 rocking chair rolls, and 10 egg rolls, and you're gonna be good to go. All right, have a great day. All right, fine.